Hi, I'm Toby. Today I'm visiting King's Cross, a new development in the centre of London. There are building sites like this all over the city.
Traditionally, most of London's buildings weren't very tall. For over 300 years, St Paul's Cathedral was the city's tallest building. In the 60s and 70s, some property developers built towers, but for most of the 20th century, London's buildings weren't as tall as other major cities.
Over the last 15 years, this has changed. London is now one of the world's most important financial centres, and its population is growing.
The city is expanding all the time. Its new businesses need new offices, and its new residents need new houses. Suddenly, there are skyscrapers everywhere. When the Shard opened in the summer of 2012, it was the tallest building in Europe with 87 floors. It is over 300 meters high, has 306 flights of stairs, and on the outside there are 11,000 glass panels. Like many of London's skyscrapers, the Shard is a multi-purpose building. It is a home, a workspace, and a tourist attraction. It has offices, apartments, several restaurants, a 5-star hotel, and at the top there's a 360-degree viewing platform. This is another iconic London tower. Its official name is 30 St Mary Axe, but everybody calls it the Gherkin because of its unusual structure. It isn't the tallest building in the city, but it's an important part of London's architecture. It has 41 floors, and you can find some of London's biggest businesses here. It has become a symbol of the city.
Buildings like the Shard and the Gherkin have completely changed London's skyline. This famously low-rise city now has some of the most famous skyscrapers in the world.
And building isn't stopping. Property developers are planning to build over 200 towers around the city. But many Londoners disagree with these plans. They say the city can meet the demands of a growing population without towering skyscrapers.
This new development at King's Cross is a great example of this. The developers here are building 2,000 homes, 20 streets, 10 public squares and 50 workspaces. Around 35,000 people will work here, but they aren't building any towers.
A major part of the development is Google's new headquarters. It will be larger than the Shard, but it will only have 11 floors. Instead, it will be 330 meters long and will sit on a 2.5-acre site. People are still arguing over London's development. The towering Shard and the lower but longer Google HQ show each side of this argument.
People will probably never completely agree on this, but it will be interesting to see how London's skyline changes in the future.